Good morning. Good morning. Today is a great day. Yes, the Lord is with us. I am so excited because tomorrow, I think that's when it's supposed to be here, I am revamping a little bit about how my lives look. So I'm really excited about that. I am not going to be before you long. I just need to go and tell y'all 3 tips to delegating, organize, and elevating in business, right? I always go live on my personal page and I talk to y'all about the shadow is bothering me, y'all. My producer is not here. If y'all don't know, my son Katani is my producer. He's the one that makes sure all my stuff is right. We're supposed to be using the other camera. I didn't get it set up. He gonna fuss at me, but we'll get it right for Thursday. So I really have been going live and on kindling about kindling your faith, talking about faith. But I want to remind y'all that I'm a CEO of a business. I am a multifarious business owner. So let me introduce myself real quick, and then we're going to get into these tips, and I'm going to get out your way. All right. So I am Tanisha Bryant. I am the CEO and founder of Palpable Consulting, and I am the wife of a police officer, an amazing musician, and I'm the mother of 3 very different individuals. I have been doing business for, well, technically, I've been doing business for a long time. However, Palpable Consulting was birthed in March after God had me completely wreck my business. He's completely used this year to rebuild, to rebirth what he had in me so that he would be the one to get the glory. So, Palpable Consulting is a business that helps you delegate, organize, and elevate. We do that by kingdom intervention. We come in, we look at your business and see how can you use your time more wisely? How can you teach your employees? How can you make sure that you're not sitting there redoing the work that you assign to those that are responsible for those tasks? We might do that by looking at your schedule, looking at your SLPs, helping you figure out which systems work best for you. We also offer event coordinating. Today is event day. We are coordinating a gala for a nonprofit organization to help them raise funds for keeping the Midlands beautiful. We're super excited about that. I've already been to Hobby Lobby today, last minute getting stuff. We also will be starting to offer different types of classes so that if you are the type of person like me and you started out and you really don't have the ability to pay for a graphic designer, you don't have someone that can do your content, you don't have someone that can sit there and do your marketing, those type of things, we're doing DIY classes. And so that will give you the knowledge to help you really use your time wisely. So let's get to these tips, right? I said I was going to talk about delegating, organizing, and elevating. So your first tip that I want to give you when it comes to delegation, delegate the things you don't like to do. The reason that I say this is because when we are boggled down by the mundane tasks of our business or our ministry, we start to get burnt out. When we have to do the things that we really don't want to do, we literally start to get burnt out. And then we don't like what we do anymore. And we misinterpret that as, oh, I'm not doing what God told me to do. That's not always the case. There are times when you are doing exactly what God told you to do, but because you're not delegating those tasks that really boggle you down, you're not getting to spend your time wisely. Your balance is off. And now you're sitting there like, oh, I don't feel like it. That's also really for people that work the 9 to 5. If you are working a 9 to 5 and have a business, it is imperative that you put stuff in place to be delegated. whether it's a certain system you use. Maybe your customer service response isn't that great, so you get someone that can contact, and I like to say touch, but not physically, but just make sure that those customers want to come back. So tip number 1 was definitely delegate those mundane tasks that you don't like to do. Tip number 2 for organize. You need to make sure that your email stays clear. You need to make sure that you have folders and you're organized. I personally use Google Workspace for all my organization. I use Drive, I use folders, I use email, communication, because I know how imperative it is. If I have a client, I don't need to be going through and trying to find something that I need in that moment. Organization also should be on. If you are someone that uses Canva for your communication with your team, with your creations, you need to make sure it's organized. I'm guilty. I need to organize my Canva. I need to organize my download folder in my computer, right? My hard drive. I need to organize that. Guess what? I love doing that stuff for other people. That is something that I will do. I will come and I will organize you electronically or even in person if you have an actual brick and mortar store. Third, to elevate. So, depending on what business you have, really, when it comes to elevating your business, you have to take yourself out of the day-to-day processes all the time. You need place where you can think and you can create and you can really hear God for the vision that he has for your life and for your business. So how do you do that? I do brain dump strategy sessions. I love these sessions because you get to just talk and I just write. You talk, I write. We're talking, we're communicating. You're no longer having that conversation with just yourself. I'm coming and I'm listening, and then we get to organize it. We get to sit there and we get to figure out, okay, what is a priority right now? Now, I will say the organizing and the priority isn't part of the brain dump. We're literally sitting there and we are getting everything out in those 2 hours to make sure that gets out. And I send you an organized document of what we talked about. And then if you decide you want to continue forward and you want more stuff, then we do that. The part that I really want to get across to you, whether you're delegating, organizing, or elevating, is that everything has to be ABBA led. I know I said this is my business page. Wait, what? ABBA? What are you talking about? Everything that happens in my business is led by ABBA, from the bottom to the top. And I cannot move without him. So when I come and intervene and I look at your business, I'm going to let him guide me in how I need to assist you. Because sis, hun, whoever it is, listen, if you're sitting there and you don't know how to balance little Timmy's basketball and you know you need to talk to a client because you can no longer do nighttime communication, we got to go to there first. You're not eating enough. Okay, we got to go there first. It's literally life, ministry, and business, because as the more we try to separate it, the harder it gets. So maybe you're one of those people that has all these businesses and you really need to get into the flow of ABBA versus the overwhelmed. And that's really what I'm here for. There are different services you can sign up for, but I want to talk to you first because I need to know what you need before I offer it. I will say this. I know people are saying this and I know everybody's saying it. My prices are going up in January. So if you are really looking for getting a virtual assistant, which we call Kingdom Interventionist, if you're looking for event coordination, if you're looking for a brain dump strategy session, you need to grab it this month. You need to contact me this month so we can get you on the schedule for January. I am not going to overextend myself next year. I'm only taking in a certain amount of clients, certain amount of events, because there are things that God said I need to do as well. I want to invite you to a seat at the table. This is the event that I fought. I did not want to sit there and do this. But God was adamant that we need to sit down, whether you're starting in ministry, whether you're starting in business. Maybe you don't have a ministry or business, but you want the information that people have. We're going to sit around the table and we're going to talk about community and conversation. We're really going to talk about the communication required to be successful. Because without communication, a lot of assumptions get made, a lot of offense happens, rejection, abandonment. So that is the event, the first event of 2023 for Palpable Consulting. I'm inviting you to come out to the table and make sure that you have a seat. We are going to have conversation. We're going to have food. We're literally going to do faith, fellowship, and food. And it is going to be the first of the year. This will allow for us to get into the place where we know we're called to help each other, and we know we're called to come together and talk about the community. Because if we're kingdom businesses, our business needs to have some type of plan to help our community. We have to give back. We have to reach back and help others. So I really hope you'll come out and you'll grab a ticket. It is not high price tickets. It's $50 per person. There are limited seats, only 15 seats, because God showed me an intimate conversation, not a lot of people in a room, but just a simple amount of people to sit down, nobody higher than anybody else. There are going to be some brilliant minds, some brilliant strategists, people in the room, some Holy Spirit filled people, whoever God sends in that room. So we're going to let him do what he's going to do. I just really hope that you will go to my website, you'll sign up, and you'll grab a ticket. If you have any issues, any questions, please feel free to contact me, DM me. I look forward to hearing from you, whether you want to be a client, whether you want to be a mentee, whether you want to come and have a seat at the table. You're invited to come. I really want to continue to do this quick live with simple tips to introduce you, to remind you, and to hopefully bring you on to Palpable Consulting, which is geared to help you behind the scenes so you can show up on them. I look forward to hearing from you, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Have a blessed day. And please, if you're catching the replay, #replay, share it. Let people know that the information that they need is on Palpable Consulting, Facebook and Instagram. Join us. We're here for you.